Well, I need content, so let's play some TTN. We got a horrible Sora board. Disgusting. Um, and not much left power. Luckily, we can take that both ways. I think the conventional thing to do in kind of standard triple triad thinking might be go in a 11, the diagonal. Play on the diagonal, try to set up there. Probably have some decent setups there. Let's look. Let's look. Hmm. Nothing actually that appealing to my eyes. Eh. Where else might you go? I have no idea. I don't understand this game. I think we don't want to take it. Not because I think he has necessarily good lock-ins. We could play to kind of combo his recapture, but specifically because he won't have a lock-in capture, right? But because we'd have to use up significant power facing it, and I think that's not something our hand is all that comfortable doing. Like, that seems undesirable. Because, it's not exactly where we're best facing. We could, uh, we could go 16. This is a card we have a pretty decent time locking in if needed. And maybe it creates a decent threat in 15. It says, can you capture this? And on level 4, maybe they can't. But I think playing... Oh, I forgot they had visible cards. We have visible cards too. So he used one of his. Okay, he has the 1663. And we have the 3474. So that's visible. He can see our recapture. Now, if we use the 3474, one of two things might happen. He might think, we've used up our recapture. But hopefully he would think, he screwed up. And then we have the 6363 that can cover. This is not a particularly useful way to think. But I don't really understand in TTN how you're supposed to cover space. This is my fourth game ever of TTN, besides like 15 years ago when I played like 4 games. So this is basically my fourth game ever of TTN. I don't have a good sense for how to control the board, and clearly don't have a good feel for what the cards do. But what I wanted to say was something. Oh, in all 4 games I've played, I've gotten second turn, which I think is difficult. All right, he's picked up this card. We know that, the one that doesn't say hidden anymore. So the 1663 still in his hand if he plays the card he picked up. He's picked up a different card. So he considered using both his second and fourth card. Deep information. Now, we can recapture 2 ways, but I think we almost certainly want to use the card that he can see, right? And that doesn't necessarily permanently lock something in, right? If we ever play in 11, then we'll flip that 3745. But I'm gonna lock in, right? And that could be susceptible to combos, but yeah, that's where we're at. We have maybe locked in a card. If he goes, so here's the thing. I would rather go in 10 than 11, right? Because I just don't want to be susceptible to combos. Or I want the combo to not flip that many things. Maybe that's not true. But I think now the game is mostly going to be leaving 10 and 11 open because it's pretty scary for me to occupy them. If I play in 10, he has a potential triple capture. There's lots of stuff he could plus off. If I play in 11, I'm either locking in 15 for him or I'm taking and susceptible to just him flipping everything, right? If he has anything in 10. So I think these are now squares I mostly don't want to touch. And I think for a similar reason, they're squares he doesn't really want to touch. If he goes in 10, I go in 11, and it's, he's not going to have a way to combo me in 7, right? There's no wall to play off. So And if he goes in 11, I go in 10, and again, he's given up his combo back square. So I think we both now want to leave those squares open. Clearly, I was incorrect. But now this seems pretty good for me. I mean, it happened to give me the plus, but I was going to have the capture anyway. I don't think he can ever set up. Okay, so if I take the plus, he can go in 7. He can go in 7. If he goes in 7 and can set up 6 and 8 at the same time, then I'm almost certainly going to lose. Right? Because I have flipped. Because he can combo back through both 10 and 12. So I probably want to take a less ambitious way. Probably want to take a less ambitious way. So the safe way is either EV or 3654 in 11. Now 3654 does actually combo the card in 10, which I don't want to do. Yeah, I don't really want to flip that card. I really want to play 6363 in 11, but I just think maybe I don't take enough risks, but I think that is pretty costly. So I'm going to start with 5554, and I think that gives me, if he plays an 8, capturing 3474, if he captures the treasure chest, the mimic, then I have the 3654 has pluses or sames against a lot of cards there in the square to the left of it. So I think I have decent play in that case. And if he captures Eevee, there's a very good chance I have play to the left of that. So, yeah, I think that makes sense. He's now sending me messages in chat explaining how Pokemon works, because I was buying Pokemon packs. I think it's clearly the most attractive of the cards. It has the most kind of conventional orientation of the numbers and what things look like. And I was buying Silent Hill originally, but I don't love the look of the Silent Hill cards. So I moved on from that, because Silent Hill is my favorite series on TTN. All right, we got to keep in mind he still has the 1663. I should have been considering that, because that is actually not a card I have good combo play against if he captures with it. So I really should have been keeping that one in mind. But keeping Eevee would not have given me good play against that. But actually, with one of his cards open, maybe I would have had more information if I had played 6363 in the square I played Eevee and he went above it, setting up combos. I would either have, if 1663 wasn't his setup card, I would have a lot of information about what he has. So maybe when there is a card visible, it is worth taking that risk. Okay, that's not ideal. We don't have great play against that card. Now, another thing to note is I only have one turn left of this game. After this one. So we got to be careful. I think this is a pretty clear block EVN. Taking their card is good. I think in general, they are showing some indication. We know their card, 1663. Yeah, I should keep looking at the card. So I don't think I want to play 2625. That's a bit susceptible to combo. Is the combo that scary? It's a little unpleasant. Now, they're going to have an easy time reflipping. Does it matter, right? So say I go 2625, capturing 2565, and they combo with 1663. I'm either going to go in 4 anyway, or they'd have the option to retake it at the end. But I think I will dodge the combo, but I think there's a case against it. I think there's a very reasonable case against doing it this way. Because he's going to have... He's going to have the squares anyway. Like, it just taking 4 back, taking 8 back at some point, taking the Zelda card back, is just not that difficult for him. Alright, what else he's saying messaging? Reay says he likes that we've played my first game of this and have just immediately played as if it's TTA, right? So it's 6-6. Yeah, I just have to hope he doesn't have left. I think I'm going to play in 4. No, I probably shouldn't do that. Should I? No, I should play in 5. Right? It's 6-6. That will make me go up 7-5. There is no way he combos anything. He has 3 cards he can take, but none of them have any potential combo. The numbers facing out are really low. This is a safe way to secure a tie. Yeah, I think this is precise here. Like, if I played in 4, I'd have the 5 facing out, and if he can't take the 5, I tie, but this way I guarantee the tie. There are slightly more ambitious ways, but he always has a capture here, and this is the only one where he can never combo. I'm going to do it this way. And I think, just clearly lock in a tie. If I had last turn, I would be winning, because 6-3-6-3 has a guaranteed capture on 3-6-5-4. This does firmly suggest that if second turn had last turn, second turn might have a pretty big advantage. Yeah, there's our tie. All right, well, this is my 4th game of TTN ever.